Simple Cafe Sound, illustrated tutorials, short and sweet. Hi, so you saw in the previous video how I found and was able to test this home theater receiver before bringing it home at a great price of $50. Here's the video if you want to check it out. But now I'm going to go ahead and test out the rest of it since I was only able to test out the auxiliary port back at the store because that was the only cable I had on me. Okay, let's put it over here. Power goes first. And now we can grab the RCA cables that were plugged into my mini amp over here. Put this away. They were plugged into the digital to analog converter since my mini amp wasn't able to take that optical audio cable from my TV. But conveniently, my new old stereo can, so that means I can go ahead and get rid of this converter for now. And looking at the diagram, you see I have less cables to worry about. Excellent. Alright, grab the speaker wires, plug them in. Remember, this is a home theater, meaning it can do surround sound, but we'll be just fine with the two speakers for stereo sound that I've been using all along. Alright, they're set, and now checking out the remote, I see it's got batteries included. Sweet, let's go ahead and test them out real quick. Now I know I could just point it at the receiver and see if it'll work, but I want to show off my cheap and easy battery tester. Nice, they're almost full. Thank you, Thrift. Now, let's strip your sticker off. Wipe you down a bit. And what I'm going to do next is set up my camera on the side here to capture better audio than the camera glasses that I'm wearing. Where even is the mic on these? Anyway, here's a quick camera view of this. Okay, let's go on to Netflix and listen for our optical digital audio line. Oh yeah, that's a big sound. That's more than my mini amp could muster. Alright, so that takes care of the optical TV input. Whoa. Alright, now let's move on to the RCA ports in the back. This receiver has two sets, one for DVD and the other for cable/satellite. Now I have a pro tip for you, to not take those names literally. Those are just what the manufacturers figured that you would use these ports for. But really, you can plug in any RCA device to it. And believe it or not, a smartphone counts as that if you're using an RCA to aux cable, which is essentially the left and right audio crammed into a single 3.5mm headphone line. Okay, so let's go ahead and plug into the DVD port first. So let's change to that source in the front. Alright, so the DVD channel works. Onto cable/satellite. Move them over in the back. Great, that works too. So that means all four audio ports work just fine. So let's move on now to the video ports. Now if you recall, I was just looking for an amplifier bigger than my mini amp so I could generate more power to my speakers. But instead, I ran into this nice little home theater receiver which does that and more. That more is the ability to take HDMI devices and keep and play the sound through the speakers, but forward the video signals up to our TV. And while you don't need a home theater system to get your TV sound on external speakers, if you want, you could consider this as having a powerful home base to run all your media through. We'll plug in our HDMI devices through these three ports here and forward the video signals up to our TV via the designated HDMI out port, which is also labeled here as monitor. I'll be using my phone for all three tests. Now, how am I going to plug an HDMI cable into my phone, you ask? With this handy adapter. Here's a link to that video that covers this if you'd like to check it out. So there it is, the receiver's now getting my phone's audio video signals, but now we need to plug in here up to our TV with another HDMI cable to forward my phone's video. I'll just borrow this HDMI cable since it's already connected to the TV. And remember that since my speakers were already connected, the sound was all ready to go, but now so is our video. Well, once we confirm it actually works, let's go ahead and play a video through my phone here. Whoa, already there. Our receiver must already be on the cable/satellite channel, but let me play something to test the audio, right? Okay, we'll play this one. Okay, I think I hear something. Let me turn it up. Alright, yeah, there it is. Nice, let's test the other two HDMI ports real quick. Next is Blu-ray. Plugged in and change the receiver to that channel in the front.
Technology in the book.
Okay, cool. Finally, let's move on to the game channel. Remember that these labels are just suggestions. Plug in any HDMI device in any port.
Every now and then.
Very well, looks like all HDMI ports work too. Now we can test the composite video, also known as the yellow RCA cable. Alrighty, so we're just worried about testing the DVD video port since, if you think about it, we already tested the DVD RCA audio ports at the start of the video. I'm just gonna have to use this other monitor though, since the bigger TV doesn't even have any RCA ports to receive from the home theater. In the same way, it was able to receive the HDMI cable. So we bring in another yellow cable to connect from the TV to the receiver, and once we do, voila, it works. Wow, looks like I found a great deal, huh? All this potential for just 50 bucks. Well, honestly, I haven't even tested all the remaining features here, but I currently don't have the proper cables nor speakers, so I'll have to wait for a later date when I do. Other than that, I'm calling this a success. If you want to learn more, explore the rest of my channel to see other ways that you can get the most out of your stereos. Cheers and best of luck. See ya.